Frankfurt with Beth Carter. She's on the corner, you know where she is, you know who she is, you can smell it when you walk by.
Yes.
As we sit here and I look down, I see chocolate, I see eggs, I see pudding, I see all kinds of lovely stuff. But first, I don't know if we've ever gone into your resume. You have the most interesting past. If you will, tell us how you got into this business.
I was older and I went through some life changes and needed to decide what I was going to do with my life as a 40-something-year-old.
That's older?
Well, you know, back in the day, it felt older. But anyway, so I decided with the coaxing of my grandmother to go to culinary school. And I did. I was the only woman in a class full of men. Anyway, I always said with the guys I had to scream louder and kick harder, but I did it and then was offered this incredible opportunity to go to Italy and live for a summer there. And that's what I think opened up all the opportunities that I had after that.
You worked for a racing outfit.
I did, Le Mans Racing, yes. I worked for an incredible caterer. She's a German woman that lives in the States. And so I traveled around with her outfit with the American Series with Le Mans and worked summers in France for her. So it's really cool.
That's kind of cool. Then the Pioneer Lady.
Yes, I got a call from Food Network. They asked actually my culinary school to send them someone who could be the set caterer on the ranch, and that was me. And so I left and did that for a while.
So you have quite the background.
I do have a background.
I know whatever you do today is going to be amazing, and it does involve chocolate.
It does involve chocolate, and it's kind of a scary Christmas dessert for most people, but I'm going to debunk that. I'm going to show you that's not so scary to do what we're going to do today.
And it's called?
Buche de Noel.
Which means, roughly?
A Christmas log.
A Yule log, per se?
A Yule log.
I like
yes.
that.
So we're going to get started. We're going to make the sponge cake first. So we've pre-measured 3/4 cup of AP flour, third of a cup of cocoa. We're going to dump that into the bowl. Now look at these. Did your grandmother have a set of these?
Yes, we still got some of those.
I only use these. These are the best. So we're going to put in a teaspoon of baking powder. Baking powder and baking soda help crisp up and smooth out or help keep intact a cookie or a cake or something that you're baking. We have got a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So those are our dry ingredients. And we're going to add to it 4 large egg yolks. Well, actually, hold on a second.
Dude, I almost...
You, right? We're gonna, yes. Oops, sorry about that. We're gonna use another separate bowl and put our wet ingredients in. So there we go. Sorry about that.
No,
we're gonna start with 4 egg yolks.
You notice how I pulled back?
Yes,
I saw
you
the
did
look
good.
on your face. So these in here.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, there we go.
All right.
And we're gonna add 3/4 cup of sugar.
All right.
That's how it would be in a real kitchen at home.
I recognize that look. Nikki has the same one, like, no! You didn't say anything, but I saw it in your eyes.
I needed to pull the bowl over, you're right. So we're gonna whisk these two things together, the egg yolks and the sugar. Then we're gonna add in the 1/2 cup of melted butter.
All right. Everything needs butter.
Mm-hmm. And then we're gonna add in pudding and vanilla.
Is it just vanilla pudding?
Mm-hmm. It kind of helps your cake stay moist and sponge-like. We're mixing all this up, and now we're going to add it to our dry ingredients, or add our dry ingredients to this. We're going to reverse this
I'm being
this time.
very careful. I don't want to mess this up.
That was great. We needed a dun-dun-dun. We're going to whisk this till it's incorporated.
Oh, look at that, the smell.
And the smell. We're now going to beat some egg whites until they form stiff peaks.
And beat them silly.
Right? We're going to take about 1/3 cup of these egg whites that we beat until they have stiff peaks. And this
You showed them.
Right, I did. So this helps loosen up the chocolate in the batter. See how that did that? It released it. And then we're going to fold in the rest. So this is our batter. Now we're going to use a half sheet pan, as we call it. Spray really well. And we're going to going to put a piece of parchment paper on here. I spray the parchment paper too, so that it'll release itself, the batter, once it's a cake, will release itself off of the paper. So we're going to spread this out. All right, we try to spread as evenly as we can. This just goes in
Just
your
like
oven.
that?
350 for 12 minutes.
You want me to open the door?
Sure.
I'm good for something.
You are good for something. There you go. And here's what it looks like when it comes out.
Very nice.
Ready to roll. So now we're going to add our Bee's Famous cream. You could use buttercream icing. You could use store-bought icing.
But this is Beth's top secret.
This is top secret cream.
Oh my. So what would you say the thickness on this? Are you going to put all of that in there?
No, not all. Well, we can.
What are you thinking? 3/4 of an inch?
Yeah,
Half
I
an
would
inch?
say that's what makes it. We need it to form a larger log than what the cake does on its own. So the easiest way to do that is let your parchment paper help you, and just kind of hold it up like this, and let it
gravity work?
Let it fall. Yep.
Oh my.
Okay. There we go. So I'm going to grab a new piece of parchment paper. So now we're going to just take, this is chocolate buttercream.
Oh.
So we made our regular buttercream and added cocoa powder to it. And at home, what you probably need to do is put this in the freezer to let it harden up. Yes, our buttercream is so thick, it could actually rip. So you want to put this on, buttercream on, a little more uneven than you normally would, because
it already looks like bark.
Right, it already looks like bark. This fork is what makes all the beautiful ridges in your log. So if you just kind of do like this.
That looks like wood.
It does, doesn't it? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put it on our platter and add some decorations. So I pre-made some little gingerbread cookies, like a tree, and a reindeer. And in your case, you'd have to let it go.
No, I wouldn't. I would eat it too.
Right. We decorate these at the bakery here with royal icing or buttercream. And so, like with our trees, we want to maybe put some snow on the branches.
That's cool.
And then we always cover our gingerbread decorations with sugar. You can use greenery from your backyard or the farm to decorate. This is kind of the pretty stuff. And we'll put a few on top. And then you can take your little gingerbread, you can add a little tree and a little deer, maybe do another one. So we want to add some berries. But the final touch is powdered sugar.
A dusting of snow.
That's the snow. So shall we cut it?
All right, look, this, I almost feel bad about destroying the integrity of this beautiful log, but then again, I only had a ham sandwich today.
That's right, so let's do it. You probably want to use a serrated knife.
Oh my.
There you go. Well, I should have done a better cut, but you can see how pretty it is once you cut into it.
Oh wow.
As far as the roll goes.
Oh my.
Good stuff.
Well, we know you're amazing, but we didn't know you're that daggone cool.
Well, hopefully, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
And hopefully somebody will try this out there.
Beautiful.
Thank you.